Hi all, welcome to my channel Semper Astra. My name is Maggie and usually in my videos I talk about topics related to blindness. However, one of my hobbies is testing fragrances, wearing fragrances, and also recommending to others my favorite perfume discoveries. And this is why today I would love to share with you my thoughts on Powder Love from Juliette Has. Powder Love was released to the market in 2025 and it was created by Romano Ricci, who is a founder and the owner of Juliette Has brand. I would also love to share with you that so far Powder Love is one of my favorite scents from Juliette Has, and I believe that it is a perfect choice for people who love dreaming but who at the same time value a lot being elegant. I will explain my opinion further whilst discussing all of the individual notes in this composition. So the top notes in Powder Love are cotton candy and marshmallows. And in my opinion, the note of cotton candy in this composition is very difficult to describe accurately. And this is because the sweetness of cotton candy here is on one hand very bold, vivid, and very noticeable, but at the same time it is not at all cloying, which is very important to say, and it is also very light, airy, luminous, and cheerful. What is more, the note of marshmallow is adding to the sweetness of these top notes incredible softness, powderiness, and fluffiness. And whenever I experience the sweetness of these top notes, I always think of a big, warm, strong hug. Now, moving to the heart notes in Powder Love, I have to say that it is thanks to the heart notes that real magic happens in this composition. So we have following two heart notes. The first one is the note of orange blossom, and the second one is the note of candied almond. And orange blossom in this composition is very complex, elegant, and sophisticated. But it is very important to say that these characteristics don't overpower the sweetness and fluffiness of the top notes. I would rather say that they are in perfect harmony with them, which makes Powder Love a beautifully unique composition. Moving on to the note of candied almond, which is a second heart note, I have to say that this note is also very interesting and important. On one hand, it is a sweet note, right? Because the almond is candied, which means that it is sweet, which complements and highlights even more the sweetness of the top notes. But at the same time, almond note is adding even more richness and depth to this fragrance. And I always associate almondy notes with very serious and very noble fragrances, But when I say this word serious, I mean it in a very, very positive way. Now, moving to the note of the base. In the base, we have musk, ambroxan, and tonka. And if you are wary of the musky notes, I would like to reassure you, because the musk in this fragrance is a very modern, very powdery, very gentle musk. I would even say that the musk note is not very noticeable here as an individual note. In my opinion, its main function is to blend the scent of this composition with natural scent of our skin, and to complement natural scent of our skin. Now, talking about the note of ambroxan, it is a very beautiful complex note created in laboratory, and in modern perfumery it often replaces the note of amber. This note is sweet, warm, deep, and it is also often described as slightly balsamic. In my opinion, in this composition, it is beautifully complementing both the sweetness of the top notes and also the richness and complexity of the heart notes. And it is because ambroxan is very multidimensional itself. Now, in my opinion, the note of tonka plays a very similar role in this fragrance to the note of ambroxan. I also want to say that when I think of tonka, I often imagine it as an older and more mature sister of vanilla. It is beautifully multi-dimensional note. It is, I would say, more powerful and more deep than vanilla note, and its sweetness and warmth is also more rich. I believe that in this composition, the note of tonka is a beautiful base note that on one hand smooths whole composition out, but at the same time it is helping to blend all of the notes together, and it is highlighting the most important characteristics all of the main notes in this composition. So it is like a beautiful, we could say, bracket that embraces whole fragrance. When Romano Ricci is talking about his inspiration behind Powder Love, he often emphasizes that with the help of this fragrance, he wanted to create this atmosphere of dreamy nostalgia, and that he wanted to help us with the use of this fragrance to think and to remember our most beautiful and nostalgic memories, and to cherish our most beautiful dreams. And I am sure that he absolutely achieved this goal. But what is more, despite of the fact that it is a very sweet and powdery fragrance, I also want to add from myself that it is also an elegant fragrance, which makes it special because it beautifully harmonizes these two important sides to this fragrance. In my personal life, I have my personal scale of elegancy, and for sure I wouldn't place Powder Love on the very extreme end of elegancy. So probably I wouldn't wear it to very, very official functions or occasions, but I would definitely wear it to work, to less official occasions, and definitely in daily life when I want the fragrance to put a smile on my face, when I want to feel cozy, and when I want to feel cheerful. I definitely would say that this fragrance is suitable for a wide spectrum of occasions. Now, in terms of who would enjoy this fragrance, I would say that because this fragrance beautifully blends the sweet notes with more rich and elegant notes, people of all ages may enjoy it and would find it suitable. And although this fragrance is more leaning to feminine side, I wanted to say from myself that we have to remember that Juliette Has has a lot of experience in creating unisex fragrances, and I would wear this fragrance no matter whether you identify as a male or female. And I feel also that we all should choose which fragrances we wear, which fragrance we enjoy, and we shouldn't be worried about judgments, because honestly, fragrances is a very, very personal choice. In terms of lasting power and projection, I am very positively surprised with the lasting power of this fragrance. As for marshmallow and sweet fragrances, on my skin it lasts between 8 and 10 hours. Whenever I apply it in the morning, I enjoy it whole day. And if I apply it in the evening or early afternoon, I can still smell this scent on my skin in the morning. In terms of projection, this scent is described by Juliette Has as a projecting. And I would definitely agree with this description. Definitely you would enjoy it on yourself, and people in your arm's length will be able to feel it. However, people in bigger distance wouldn't be able to detect this fragrance that easily, which I personally enjoy a lot, because there are many occasions where we don't want to impact other people with our fragrance and with our fragrance choice. Summarizing this video, I just wanted to add that although we were introduced to many marshmallow sweet fragrances, because these notes were very popular over the last 18 months, I would definitely recommend testing and trying Powder Love, because in my opinion this composition is absolutely unique and outstanding. Thank you for watching my review today, and I would love to invite you to watch my future perfume reviews. Bye bye!